Hey guys, this is William with another video for playagricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a Montu Mix 4 with Montu, 9K, and Neros. So, Mountain Farmer, the one where you can buy sheep for food whenever you take fences, you can buy grain for food when you plow at least one field. Yeah, Mountain Farmer is pretty good and likely a build around on its own. Tilapia catcher. When you play a card with fishing in its text, you get 2 food, and it rewards you. So I could take Tilapia catcher, try to wheel Bow Constructor. This pack is pretty weak. Bow Constructor might be gone. Let's just start with Mountain Farmer. Maybe I can do a 2-room game, maybe. But I think even if you just use it as mini Field Watchman, it's okay. Not enjoying it, Joe? I'm sorry to hear that. I can turn it down a bit more. Which card best combos with card player? Uh, Probably Stone Baron or um, probably Stone Baron or Boat Constructor, maybe. That's what we should have taken then. Yeah. I do like card player. I do like me some card player. That is for sure. Ugh. But besides Patronus, what is the best card player card? Um, probably probably something like Fresh Dirt Worker, or maybe like pretty much anything that lets you choose to receive a resource. Like I like stable or not stable. I like storage shed. But I think probably there are other cards better than storage shed. What's the best one? Dre is really good with it. Manual labor is great. Manual labor with card player is great. Well, politician's pretty good with card player as well. Build 2 stables on the same turn. You get a cattle, planted fields, animal nurse, tree planter. Use so bake even if it's occupied. So you can pay to get wood. This pack sucks. This pack is brutal. Brutal. Like politician, I guess. I don't even know. Like 2-room houses, you don't have time to play tree planter, and then take it. Like that's not what I'd be trying to do. This pack stinks. Politician indeed. I just realized I should have eaten before turning on the stream, actually. I haven't really eaten today. I might go do that. I'll wait until Naros passes me some cards, I guess. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do 2 games. I was planning to start a lot earlier today, but got busy with other stuff and got a couple things I need to do tonight. So unfortunately, this might be my only game today. I'm planning to stream tomorrow morning early, and then I'll do a stream on Sunday night. So I'll make sure I get a game in, and then next week, like I'll be back to, like I'll be able to stream every day next week. So except for the weekend. uh, yeah, except for the weekend. Hello. What's early? 8 Central? Probably earlier than that. Probably I need to start at like 10, most likely tomorrow. 10 Eastern tomorrow. Um, whoa! Morning Fencer as well. First action around, pay 1 with less. Afterwards, you get the action back. What? This is amazing. This is amazing. Easy field doctor, though. Easiest field doctor of my life. Have at most 2 family members. So I can't still do the mountain farmer thing afterwards, but yeah, I can. What I can do is I can use this mountain farmer a lot like it's drunkard, where I'm paying a food for a grain a bunch of times. Unicycle fences to grain. No, I mean Field Doctor's solid. Field Doctor's like a very solid card. Not unhappy getting Field Doctor here. It actually gives me something to do, which the rest of my cards were not really doing. I like Organized Handyman quite a bit. This could be a nursemaid hand, but I think is Soil Nutritionist too much? Like if I take this Soil Nutritionist, I'm playing Mountain Farmer, then it, and what I'm really trying to do is get a way to turn clay into food. Or I'm getting so much clay that I downsize my field somehow. And by downsize I mean like abandoned field or whatever it, and then I build clay rooms later. I think I'm taking Soil Nutritionist here. Tilapia catcher still here. I kind of want to take it, but I won't. I love card player. You guys know I love card player. But for me, this is an easy supervisor because now I have a pretty clear plan of plow 4 or 5 fields and then fence 14 or 15 big, and then I grow again. Politician card player, the dream. Politician card player is a thing. It just takes a long time to get going, and I wouldn't do it on its own. I would want other reasons to do so. Like the number one reason to do politician card player is if you're building stone rooms, because that's the best way to spend like a bunch of stone and read. But I'm not really planning on building stone rooms. And supervisor's not great, but it's fine. Seems unlikely that I play any of these, but maybe I do a baking strategy with tree planter. Politician card player doesn't fit in this line. Yeah, it is a good combo on its own. And like it now, if I pull something like Mansion, I'm gonna be kicking myself. But This draft is taking forever. Montu and Neros in the same draft. And 9K not playing. 9K is not that experienced. No, 9K doesn't play too much anymore, so I imagine he's going to be slow too. 15 wood before round 6 would be nice. Sorry, supervisor works with mountain farmer. It does, but yeah, I'm probably not going to do that. Morning fencer coming back though. That changes things. This is it. This is insane. So this plus mountain farmer. Buy 2 sheep for 1 food when you take a fencing action. So here's my sequence. It's first move fence, save a wood, get the action back, get net 3 food, and then like this is just it's just absurd. Just an absurd combo. Hey, there's another fishing card for the tilapia person. Um gonna take so long to get set up though. It will. You're right, it will take a long time. Redeal, yeah, this is not what I was looking for. I almost want to take transaction here, just because I think transaction with politician is probably okay. And I'm thinking about like all I really care about is building that first fireplace. Yeah, like I really want to build the first fireplace. So I want to play Mountain Farmer. So I want to play Mountain Farmer, Soil Nutritionist, Morning Fencer as my first 3 ox. Probably I think I said Soil Nutritionist. Mountain Farmer, Soil Nutritionist, Morning Fencer is my first 3. Probably Field Doctor is my 4th. I don't dislike transaction here. Just thinking if I can do I really need to get away to eat sheep. Getting away to eat sheep is super important. I know I could take the free straw or holiday present, but I'm just not that happy with either of those. Okay, Forest Lake Hut. Um, no. Bilberries. Maybe. Flat Hill is a solid option. Carrot Museum. 1 stone for each vegetable field, and a number of wood equal to the number of vegetables in my supply. Now, with Soil Nutritionist, I can get a bunch of vegetables, but I don't have a way to get early vegetables yet. Unfortunately, Stork's Nest does not work with what I'm planning to do at all. Have to pass that. Could go wild fruit. Yeah, so I've got like wild fruit bilberries here. Could just take Flat Hill. Flat Hill seems bad when I'm only going to have a 2-room house and I get read pretty easily with Politician. And I get clay super easily with Nutritionist. So not Flat Hill. So I'm looking at probably bilberries or wild fruit here. Carrot Museum would be fun, but I would need a good source of vegetables to do that. So I'll just take wild fruit here. Isn't that Soil Nutritionist to get clay? Maybe, but it depends on when Major Minor flips, Joe. It depends. Because, like, if it's Major Minor round 1, I probably just first action 2 clay into Fireplace. Pumpkin seed oil is a way to turn the Cell Nutritionist clay into points. Tea is a thing with Tree Planter, but I probably just don't play Tree Planter in all likelihood. Um, Five rings is kind of a thing with politician, but like I'm not going to be able to build majors until so late in the game. Do I want Crystal Ball? Like, Crystal Ball normally pretty good, but I think Pumpkin Seed Oil is quite a bit better. Pumpkin Seed Oil is an extra 3 points to my ceiling. No, never mind. It counted for scoring. Never mind. I thought Pumpkin Seed Oil let me get... No, it doesn't. It lets me eat the vegetables without costing myself a point. So Crystal Ball or Five Rings probably then. I guess Time Traveler's not embarrassing. Crystal Ball is a thing with Politician. Yeah, so is Five Rings. I'm not too excited about any of these. Probably just take the point. This hand needs as many points from improvements as it can get. I have a terrible start for trees. Normally I like trees a ton with this kind of hand, but I have a terrible start here for trees. So it's Cheese Fondue or Bartering Shack, I think. Probably Bartering Shack. March seems bad. Meadow seems like it comes too late. I could just take Bartering Shack. Cheese Fondue is my second pick out of that pile, I suppose. Overall, it's not going too well so far. It's like I got past Field Doctor and then I first picked Mountain Farmer and got past Field Doctor and like I got past Morning Fencer 7th. I feel like I probably should not have got Morning Fencer 7th. I guess to be fair, nobody knows about Mountain Farmer. Like if you know about Mountain Farmer, you probably have to hate draft Morning Fencer. But my opening pack was so bad that I first picked it. So do I want to get some stone while fencing? Or am I likely to play Stone Cart? I think I'm not that likely to play Stone Cart. Holiday Present Bartering Shack is a 2-miner combo to get a bunch of resources. Do I want the stone or do I want the free point? I think I want the free point over the stone. Just because when I'm actually getting the stone will take forever. But yeah, this is the kind of game where I have to pass on. This pack really sucks. I can't believe Stork's Nest came back. Flat Hill, Stork's Nest are both good cards. Like normally I'm pretty happy to take either of them, but like I can't. I just don't. I really do not want Flat Hill. I think Flat Hill is such a waste. I'm going to take Corn Storehouse over Flat Hill. Guildmaster's Banker Tea, not Pumpkin Seed Oil. So I do have Tree Planter. What are the odds I actually play it? So the problem with Tree Planter is by the time I'm sowing, I just don't care about buying wood anymore. So I'll take the point. So at least every miner that's not passing has a point on it. That helps. How many miners am I actually playing with this hand? We'll see. This could be a hand that sits on start player in 11-12 just to get family growth without room. That's what this hand is kind of looking like. Especially if the supervisor actually gets online, then the supervisor, I will have 4 actions and I'll not have a lot of farming to do, so getting family growth without room will be very good. Honestly, building majors is pretty great for this hand. Ugh. Oh man, we're at almost at we're at 29. Oh, I guess no, I was live before we went live. Okay. We're not actually at 29-minute time. We're only at 22 minutes. Still a little slow, but family growth in sixes game just to be fair to everyone. It's funny to me that these guys are complaining about the occupation quality, like especially Montu, because like I feel like Montu just doesn't care about quality. Um, yeah, this is probably just so nutritionist round one, so that I can build the fireplace. Well, I just think like if you want to do like so the thing is when you're like I've talked about this before, the reason to play occupations is because you can't just have reedstone food every round and like you need to find a lane like you if everybody's going all in on reedstone food then you can zag and that's how you get an edge. But I mean if you're ox stink just do what Montu normally does. I do think this would be a good OMS hand. Uh, good table to have Eddie Alms card at. Just because, yeah, the occupations were weak. Although Alms Collector's probably the worst of them. Because it depends on your opponents playing occupations. And I want to play Ox, but sounds like the others might not want to. Boat Constructor. Ugh. That's okay. I don't really need good miners for this hand. The best miner I could have pulled probably Parchment. Parchment would have been really good. Parchment would have been really good here. As a way to turn sheep into actions. Um, but yeah, no, my miners are fine. Like free points is pretty important with this kind of hand, just because you need ceiling. But yeah, something like prize squash would have been great, or yeah, something that cares about like a taco, like what, like tacos or something, taco shells, something like that would have been pretty good. Clay tablet, yeah, clay tablet would have been good. But I mean, those are some of the best. Well, clay tablet and parchment are not some of the best, but like light treehouse is one of the best miners. I'm a bit surprised by 9K taking 2 clay, just because usually when I think when Soul Nutritionist comes out round one, that 2 clay becomes a lot worse. A lot worse. I kind of want to just start player second action. Because I need that fireplace. So I think I play Mountain Farmer here. With the intention of start player because I want that fireplace. I need it. I can start player Wild Fruit. Treehouse isn't actually good. It needs to allow grow without. Oh, true. Yeah, it provides room. Treehouse provides room. Well, you know what? I mean, I could always go to clay, grow with treehouse, and then grow with field doctor later. Like, there's nothing that says the fields have to come out in stage one. And in fact, buying grain at a 1-to-1 rate, you know, when you have very little food and very little actions, is more difficult. So I think I think I can assume that 9K will boat construct second action. But what I'm afraid of is Montu start player. Now, if 3 wood's there for Montu, then he probably takes it. But yeah, what's Nero's thinking about here? Neros is playing an occupation here. So if Neros plays an Ock and I leave Montu 3 wood, then I think 9K is taking fishing. And I think then I get fireplace round 3, and then I consider start player round 3 if needed. I think I plow here and buy a grain. And getting the extra 2 clay helps a ton for, in case the fireplace gets built, I can build the cooking hearth. Okay, spending a clay is fine. 9K spending a clay is fine. I could get wrecked by Narrows taking 2 clay here. I'm a bit surprised by this. Okay, so it starts on 14. So it's going to be round 8. Yeah. He wants 3 food fishing. So the thing is, so the reason cards like Boat Constructor and Conjurer are good is because they give you something to do with your second action in 2 and 4, and they're very low priority actions. So like the problem with start player like if you're gonna take fishing, you pretty much have to do it with your first move because there's no guarantee he wields the 3 food fishing. So that's why you're supposed to take it at 2. Yeah, start player for 3 food fishing is I think bad, but there's major minor, so I'm happy to see that. Go ahead and build the cookie or build the fireplace. Probably is it enough food if I take the sheep next round? I can play Morning Fencer. Yes. Yeah, it is enough. We got there. Yeah, that fireplace is super, super important. Wow, Debt Collector round 3. Haven't seen that for a while. And placing it in 13. Apparently, Nightgate just hates all the actions on the board. No, it seems like taking wood would have been good, but maybe he's planning to get 4 wood next round, and then Narrows take start player. I'm taking the sheep here. So then my next round is Morning Fencer and wood, and then round 5 first move. Round 5 first move fence. Buy sheep, second move something, third move grain field. So I need to get cheap Ock back, or else I'm 1 food short, unless I eat a raw grain. I do not want to have to eat a raw grain. But yeah, first move 4 wood seems good. What? Narrows forgot to toss a miner. Narrows passed me Field Doctor. What's going on here with Narrows? What does Narrows have? That they need to plow and get stables down this early. I wonder. So Reedstone Food is good here. I think Traveling Players is quite good for Narrows. Reedstone Food pushes you towards building. Ah, Rum Distillery. Well, that is a fantastic card. Doesn't really have a source of grain, but boy, did I wish I got past that card. This is growth in 5. Monty just wins. Maybe. If he doesn't get 5 food traveling players, I think then his feeding is not amazing. But I mean, if he has Alms Collector, then he's going to be in a good spot. Honestly, my hand is quite strong. My hand is very strong. So I'm not like anything could happen. I'm not going to call anything. Although if Family Growth doesn't flip in 12 and 9K gets in 13, that'll be pretty bad. That would be quite bad for me. Like I think I'm really hoping that Family Growth flips in 12. But yeah, if Montu gets 5 food into build here, that's going to be quite gross. Farmhand, 4 field tiles and a 2x2. Oh, fun. That's what's happening. That's why he wants to build and do other stuff at the same time. So I'm going to fence 4 for 3. Get the person back. So technically speaking, farmhand doesn't actually work with compost if you go by the strict. Uh, does it work? I think I could be convinced that that doesn't work. That the only time you can actually build the farmhand stable is on a build stables action, and the compost farmer does not provide a build stables action. Because like the build stables action is spend 2 wood per wood for any number of stables. Whereas Compost Farmer says build 1 wood to build it. Like Compost Farmer is not a build stables action. I think that's like pretty well defined. But I mean, it's annoying. Yeah, and Montu says the same. Yeah, Montu says the same. Yeah, Montu agrees with me. Farmhand specifically says build stables action. It doesn't say whenever you build stables. Yeah, I agree with Montu here. I don't think it works. I was gonna let it go if nobody said anything, just because this is in a bad spot. But uh, well, I don't really care about 5 clay. I mean, Reedstone food is solid. I could, I could play tree planter and then sow here. I could see myself doing that. Tree planter and then sow. And then this way I can buy some wood so that I can fence with my first action next round. And obviously it matters pretty significantly for Montu because Neros being able to build this round or not makes a big difference with for the family growth queue. So pay a clay to get 2 extra grain and get a free wood. Yeah. Boy, I wish I had rum distillery. Rum distillery would be pretty perfect. I only get 1 extra? Darn. I thought it was 2 per clay. Nope, 1 clay per. Okay, that's fine. I guess the upside of getting 2 clay whenever you plow is pretty high. Narrows have wood? No, Narrows does not have wood. You can look at Narrows' farm. Why don't I buy 1 more wood? I mean, I could, just because my actions are light, so paying a food for a wood is probably a thing that I should do, but only words, this feels like a very action-intensive opening. It's okay to do action-intensive openings if you come out of it with your farm fully developed. Like, I'm gonna come out of this with my farm, like, almost completely done, which is just bonkers. And, like, the efficiency of getting grain, plow, clay, and the efficiency of getting... I get a free wood every round, plus 3 food. Like, this is ridiculous. 3 wood wheels, Monka S. Yeah. 3 wood would be good. Yeah. If it doesn't, I mean, plow get a grain, plow for grain, clay. Oh, is Narrow start playering here? Oh, I don't think you're supposed to start player here as Narrows. I don't think that is good for the table. I'll take 3 wood anyways. I think that's pretty terrible for the table. Yeah, because it lets Montu grow again in 7, which means that 9k is delayed. Nine K was start player. Yep. So 9k was growing before Montu. And so Narrow's taking start player here is really good for Montu. Really good for Montu. Narrows didn't help himself any by doing that. I mean, Narrows' 2 moves are stable and 3 grain, right? So if nobody, like 9k has to start player to grow in front of Narrows in 8. So if Narrows figures I'm either growing in 8 or taking Reedstone food, I don't get the Reedstone food action. I could fence bigger for supervisor, but I like getting the extra triggers of my morning trader or my morning fencer. Like I like buying the 2 sheep in extra time. So I think it works out. I don't understand how anyone thinks Farmhand is a playable card. I mean, Gray thought that 9k debt collectors for growth. 9k's debt collectors in 13, I believe. His 9K's deck collector's 13. The marker in round 8 is his time traveler, his Doctor Who card. He thought it combined with compost farmer. Yeah, exactly. The sheep are free. No, don't I have to buy the sheep for with Mountain Farmer? Yeah, you have to buy. You have to pay for the sheep. You have to pay for the sheep and the grain with one food each time. Oh, round 6, it costs nothing. Oh, and technically, I probably screwed that up last round as well, but I won't say anything. Whatever, it's fine. 3 wood, 4 sheep. Probably last move 4 sheep. No, I probably have to plow here. Because if I plow here, there's a chance I get to Field Doctor into grow. Oh, and I bought the grain again. It's just plus CCG, not buying. I don't have to pay for it. That flavor text down at the bottom, yeah. It does feel like flavor text. Yeah, not everybody really get like not everybody really understands kind of the language of the rules of Agricola. Now, you would expect Neros has played enough games, but I think I know Neros well enough to know that Neros's English is not great. So 9K did pass Field Doctor. The thing is, I would like the sheep. And if Montu builds a hearth with the last action, I definitely take the sheep over family growthing next round. Agricola rules are really inconsistent. I don't agree that they're inconsistent, but I think you have to understand. You have to like the word the language is very nuanced. So I don't necessarily agree that it's inconsistent. I do different words do mean different things in the sense of, you know, capitalized with brackets around it. Build stables is different from build a stable. Action is one of the least defined things in Agricola. It is. I agree. I agree, Gray. It is very much so. Um, I like taking wood with my first action next round, so I'll grab the sheep now. Could also sow here, but I think I take the sheep now. Just to let Montu doesn't get it. Feed 2 food and a sheep. Boy, do I wish I had prize squash. I could go for a 7 points prize squash here. Farmhand. Yeah, that's true. That's true because of the names on the action spaces. Maybe it's a bit better. Maybe it's a bit better to find there. Because there is a bit of ambiguity in base Agricola about the difference between an action and the action space. Like the action space provides an action, but it is also often named the same thing. Like the major minor improvement gives you a major minor improvement action, but it also is the name of the space. Montu builds the well. No one can family growth. I don't know what Neros is talking about. So I think second action, so buy some wood, and then I'm ready to build 3 stables, play supervisor in round 9. Not quite. So 9K says you gifted Montu double growth. Montu says I would have start playing for it anyways. Oh, Montu! Oh, come on! Oh, come on, Montu! That is oh man. Like they're even remotely comparable. Just getting a free action, a totally free action. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, Matu, so funny. So funny. That's really funny. You didn't help me that much. I was gonna do the thing anyways. You just gave me a free action. It's so funny. You just let me take 5 clay so that I could threaten the fireplace or well, no, he didn't take the 5 clay. I don't remember what he did. The 5 clay was in round 5. Or 4 clay, whatever it was. Oh, no, you get a play or you get to type every time it's your turn. Oh, Neros, I know you're annoyed, but you kind of did it to yourself. Oh my goodness, he's deliberately sabotaging the game now. Building here seems atrocious given you want a fence. Like building a room, like if you could build a stable, fine. But just building a stable or just building a room seems atrocious here. But if you don't build here, then you can't grow next round because you would have to. There's no wood available. I guess ideally you'd hope to have a wood action here, but he doesn't. So I'm probably supposed to bake a couple green here, or not turn clay into grain. I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna have enough clay because I want one more plow certainly. Then I'm gonna bake 2 grain. I'll probably yeah, because I'll buy one more grain minimum. So I'll bake 2, and 2 food goes to 3 wood. This game is super resident sleeper. Yeah, I agree. So Monty's probably building a hearth here, right? Reno hearth. So that kind of forces first move two boar for me because I really don't want to give Monty the two boar. Not that he needs the food, but just that the two boar. I don't know. I guess the two boar is not that much better than the two sheep. But I suppose the two sheep might get taken by Naros. I don't know. Naros does have two fields. Oh, Monty's building the pottery. I definitely expected the cooking hearth here. Okay, well that's good because it means that I can get the two boar with a later action maybe. So then I can either do fence two bore field doctor, or I can do fence two bore plow with the intention of getting supervisor down in 10 with a two stable supervisor play. But if I'm going to build stables, I would want to build more than one. So Montu played start player. Where? How did 9K play holiday present? Oh, on family growth. Okay. Where's his family growth action? He just didn't announce it until after until like a whole rotation later. Okay. Market Crier. That's a card. That is a card that you can play. I assume he's got some vegetable payoff. Is he gonna do plow and then go for Carrot Museum or something like? I don't know. Lady of the Manor in this game, it's not. Oh, not that I know of, at least. I wonder if Montu first picked Wealthy Man. Wealthy Man would be great here. If he first picked Wealthy Man, it's probably GG. Or wealthiest European, probably. Yeah, like two, 3 stone and 5 wood. Yeah, it's also probably GG. But these guys were saying about how bad all the cards were, so maybe not. Maybe it's actually just the alms collector. Yeah, alms collector would make sense with the pottery build if you're not worried about food here. Montu's actually playing really quick. I guess we're getting lots of time to think ahead on 9K and Naros's turns. So Matsu can build last action in response to my field doctor. Which stinks. But I guess there's... I don't know. What's 9K doing here? Wait, 9K played Truffle Slicer on Major Minor instead of Start Player? What? What? What is this game? Two food and a sheep. So... Four wood. If four wood's there, easy four wood action. If it's not, probably just plow. Let myself get family growth next round. So then this round would be like 3 stone plow. I probably don't want to do another sow action until I get a vegetable. I guess I could do vegetable into sow and buy 3 wood. Yeah, I guess I like that because if I'm start playing an 11 and plow sow flips, then I can still use the sow action. So if 4 wood's gone, I take vegetable and sow this round. Would be nice to take the 3 stone. Oh my goodness, Daros is just in the future. You could ask someone. You could ask someone if that combo is like, uh, all right. 4 wood being here is good. So then I can do 4 wood plow, and then round 11 is some combination of family growth, stables at some point, maybe vegetable, and I get supervisor out in round 12. Not that supervisor in round 12 is amazing or anything, but it's net plus an action, so. Okay, so 9K is going all in for this Vine Dresser, which not a particularly good card. Well, it's fine, but I don't know. Maybe it's good in this game because there's not that much wood spent on rooms. Only 3 wood rooms were built. Maybe it's fine. Do I need to block the build room space here? I don't think so. So I could 4 stables. You know what? I like 4 stables here over plow. Plus it sets me up for transaction on family growth if that's something I want to do. And it makes sure nobody can build here. And it means I can take 2 cattle. If I get 2 cattle next round, I can take them without having to eat my sheep now. Eat any sheep. I mean, I'm going to want to eat sheep eventually anyways, but... Naros start player holiday present. I assume Naros is going after the 2 cattle. 9K sitting at meadow. That's what this is, right? The fencing in the middle with 1 cattle, 1 boar. It's got to be meadow. So 1 boar from tracks in the fields, 1 cattle from holiday present. And then you just take the sheep. Yeah, it works. So I mean, if you have meadow, then you don't care about spending all that wood on vine dresser so much. Why is Montu talking to Naros? You don't talk to people when people are doing the Naros breakdown thing. There's just no point talking to them. This is the Dota. This is the Dota rule. The Dota experience that I have, where when somebody on your team is having a mental breakdown, you don't talk to the person who's having a mental breakdown. You tell the rest of the team to not talk to them and not interact with them. Because when someone wants to have a mental breakdown on the internet, no amount of talking to them is going to accomplish anything. You just tell the other people to ignore them as best as they can, and not to waste their energy on them. 9K, add a field before it's your turn. Add the field at the start of the actual round. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, let me get 2 cattle, sure. So then for my miner, I can play straw, I can play wild fruit, I can play bartering shack. So the reed and the stone from bartering shack's okay for Reno, but I think I'd probably just play straw. That is a late animal pen. It is a very late animal pen. Go, go, go. I'm not sure I ever took the second Market Cry food. Market Cry grain, but it doesn't matter. That extra grain doesn't mean a thing. Go, go, go! If this game was quick, I could have done a second game. But this game is going to be over an hour 35. Probably an hour 40. At least Montu's playing quick. If Montu was also playing slow, then I'd be really tilted. Already been an hour 13. And we have 3 rounds to go. At least Neros only has 3 family members. This is not fun. So I enjoy playing the Agricola. I enjoy playing it. I do not enjoy this. This game is nowhere near interesting enough to think about, have this much downtime to think. If I had an animal payoff, that would be good. But I mean, I first picked Mountain Farmer, so obviously I don't have an animal payoff. Oh, family growth in 12. Yeah, it actually, with family growth in 12, I think actually makes it reasonable to question whether 2 cattle was better than start player. Start player might have been better. Now, I know 9K did first move start player, but I could have played Bartering Shack for boar, I suppose. But I have an extra cattle, so I'm pretty sure I'm just going to Bartering Shack for cattle. RRSS, I think. And I know 9K's got that collector, but maybe he'll want Plowsow. So then my next 2 actions are like Reno and Vegetable, I think. And when I play Reno, I can play. I play Wild Fruit, I guess. Get the vegetable here because the food from wild fruit I don't think matters. The other thing I'll point out is that Tree Planter gives me unblockable So Bacon 14. So I can max my crops like no matter what. Carrot Museum is kind of weird. Renault. Elder's Daughter for Montu. So that's his first pick there. Elder's Daughter. So yeah, that's probably enough points for Monty to win it. Especially since his crop score is really great. Not really, not great. It's good. It's good. Um, I get a food here from the debt collector. Monty's probably going to start player bartering shack. So I think if family growth is not there, I consider start player myself. Oh man, 9K is killing me here. It's playing so slowly. Like 9K, you don't have to wait for your turn. And he just passed it to Nero, so it's going to take 2 minutes to pass it to me. Oh, that was actually very quick. That was like 10 seconds. Hey, Monty did not start player and instead took wood. Interesting. Thought he was going to start player. An IK start player. All right, so plow is fine. Plow and then sow. I have to consider renovation. Like if Narrows takes reed here, then I should probably reno. Because if I reno, then Montu doesn't get to stone, which would be good. Yeah, Narrows takes reed. And I'll reno here. I can play Crystal Ball. Me being the only person who built a fireplace is actually going to be great here for Montu. Unless 9K starts taking animals, but I hope 9K takes a pair of animals here. But if Montu gets two pairs here, it's yeah, it's probably already over, but yeah, Montu getting. Hope he doesn't get the boar and the sheep. That would be really bad. Pay a clay for a veg. And I can bake two here. And I'm feeding 7, so I'm eating a sheep. So what's my farm scoring right now? I have 4 family members for 12 plus 4, 16, 19, 23, 25 minus 1, 24, 28, 31, 34, 38, 41, 44, 45. I think I'm scoring 45 at the moment. If I get a plow, that's 47. But after that, I don't have too much to do in the last round. Okay, I have a lot of actions that are not worth hardly any points. 2 cattle's worth a point. 2 boar. Well, 1 boar is probably worth a point, but I do need to feed at the end, so probably end up just taking a bunch of feeding actions. So bake would be fine. So first move plow into so bake. Especially because so bake is unblockable is probably something I do. Matu got the 2 boar and the 2 sheep. Well, that's the way the game goes sometimes. It's just the way that's the way the game goes sometimes. So what's Montu at right now? 20, 23, 25, 26, 30, 33, 36, 40, 42, 43, 46. So Monty's at 46 right now. 49 with Elder's Daughter. So I think even with like my best round 14, I think I don't come close. Take a 2-point plow, since it lets me sow an extra grain, which it means I get 4 food from it. So even though family growth is 1 more point right now, the plow is also a 3-point move, pretty sure. And I don't have any way to use the wood that I could get from Tree Planter. Yeah, 9K took family growth. So what's left for me? Just food actions. Last move, sow bake, and then a couple food actions. So I need to feed 8. I'm getting 2 food. I'm getting 4. I can eat a boar to put me at 6. So if I take family growth, that's not quite enough. Or, sorry, if I take the cattle, that's not quite enough. I think the boar is almost always better than the cattle, though. The boar lets me take 2 food fishing, whereas if I take the cattle, then 2 food fishing is not worth anything. We're at an hour and a half now, so we're beating my hour 40 prediction. These last couple actions should be very quick, so that's nice. I appreciate that. The end of the game has picked up a ton. But yeah, what do I need here? A loom? Some animal payoff? Yeah, like the taco shells or something would have been really good. Um, yeah, something like that. Taco shells, loom. Clay is for food. I'll just ask. I'm doing this. What did Neros do with his last move? Doesn't matter. I'm doing this. So pay 2 clay for 1 of each. And now I can bake an extra grain. So I can bake 3. Then 6 food veg to feed 8. And I breed 1 more point of each. And I score whatever my final is plus 3. 49. We got to put the sheep back. Oh, yeah. I think I had the last action anyways. I get. Oh, Montu might have had a move after me. Well, really nice farm. Got a really nice farm. Yeah, family growth in 12 would have been good. But even then, like, I'm pretty close to my point ceiling without some guild or without some good major improvement. Because, like, I score 4 points in every scoring category except for cattle. And I guess my stables could be inside, but a couple extra plows are not really that impactful at 1 point each. The big thing I need is I need a guild. I need some kind of big major play. Or I need some payoff for having all these animals or crops. Because if I had had like a taco shell or something, I could have been sowing like almost every round for a bunch of crops that I could turn into points. Yeah, like a taco shell or a zoo director or something would have been good. Mm. Wine closet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like a price squash is not enough on its own because even +5 is not enough here. Like so that's where I say I really need like a real power thing to turn to convert goods on my farm into points. That's why I specifically call out that taco shell. Um, but that's maybe not even enough. Omni Farmer, yeah, Omni Farmer would have been really good. Yes, Omni Farmer would have been really good. Yeah, Omni Farmer would have been really good. Otherwise, if I could just grow in front like a bit earlier, if I have an extra 2 or 3 actions, maybe I can turn. Maybe I can fight for Elder's Daughter with an extra 2 or 3 actions. When did it come out? Did it come out before or after my thing? Montu played it round 12, so it was after my bartering shack. Yeah, so if I could like maybe I could use bartering shack to go after the Elder's Daughter points and try to time Montu there. But it would have been tough. I mean, Matu. I passed him pretty late trees. I passed him 5 rings. I passed him some good stuff for his game. But I think what it comes down to is that he just grew too easily. Hour 33. Yeah, hour 33 is fine. Um, I think the big thing is something that works with my soil nutritionist is what I probably needed. Some kind of something to turn crops beyond 8 into points, I think is the big thing. That and I think Neros' start player in round 6 is atrocious. And maybe somebody could start player to let me grow in front of Montu. That could have gone a bit better. And I could have played supervisor, but I needed more wood. Needed more wood to play supervisor. There was a tension between supervisor and morning fencer, and pretty much when I decided to morning fence for 4 pastures, and I was like, okay, I can't really play supervisor for a long time. There was a tension there for sure. I guess it's not too common that plow is contested. Yeah, Neros was plowing first action as well. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. First action plowing when I have field doctor is pretty brutal. All right, guys. That's all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I'll be back tomorrow morning, like 10 Eastern, a little before then probably. and then back Sunday night. So sorry about the short day today. I know I've been trying to do longer days on Friday and the weekend, but like I said, Canadian summer, got to take advantage of it when I can, especially since COVID restrictions are loosening. And yeah. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.